Hello everyone, I'm back with another video and I will try to make two videos per week. So let's see. Today this video is the first video of this week and today I'm gonna talk about two books which kind of have the same genre. One of those books is called To Lahore with Love, not To Love Lahore. To Lahore with Love by Hannah Billits. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. And the other book is called Sweet Misfortune by Kevin Milne. So both of these books have actually a main female lead, and both of these female leads have been brought up by either their grandmother or a foster mother, like another empowered female, and without having a male figure in their life, a father figure in their life. And both of these characters actually have passion towards either cooking or baking, and they take it as the driving force in their life. So, without further ado, I would move to the first book, which I'm a little bit more biased towards because it's about Lahore. But apart from that, I believe this book has been written nicely, or I would say more nicely as compared to the other one. Hannah Billits, I believe herself, is a child of two different nations. So this is also a story of a girl who is half Brit and half Pakistani, and her name is Audrey Mayford. And she has learned cooking by her Pakistani grandmother, who has come from Lahore. And the interesting thing about this is that each chapter is a name of a recipe, and that name actually kind of give us a hint that what we are gonna read in this chapter. There is a certain name of the dishes, like calm down cauliflower, or dispute dissolving mustard spinach, and my favorite, love me forever lamb. Although I'm a goat person, but mutton is always awesome. So, if we see her story, Audrey has lived with her Catholic mother and a Muslim grandmother, and her father left her when she was very young. And then later, she was told that her father died while he was visiting Lahore. So she always had like a missing in her life, but she was also happy that her grandmother and mother, either of them having different school of thoughts, always had a common interest that they wanted to her to survive and be confident woman, and whatever she does. So she meets a guy whose name was Gabriel, and immediately she thought of him as an angel, and he was a great guy, and they got married. But after trying for a couple of years, they realized that they are not able to have children, which put their relationship under a lot of stress. And after a couple of days, when they found out that it's not gonna happen, Gabe leaves her. And when he does, she feels that it's not always because only because of this. It might have to do something, that he might have been cheating or something, but still she never got to know, and she goes on in a very, very depressive state. And then one of her very best friend, who had always protected her from bullying, from racism, stands up and tells her that they are going to Pakistan with her mother to have a change of place and environment and everything. So here I'll stop Audrey's story, and now I'll move to Sophie's story, which is in Sweet Misfortune. So in this story, what happens that Sophie has lost her parents in a fatal accident when she was only 9 years old, and she kind of blames herself for that, because it was her birthday and she asked her parents to go and get her an ice cream cake or something like this. And when they went out, they met with an accident and they die in that horrible accident. And since after that, she never celebrated her birthday. She was living with a foster woman, foster mother who was a very nice woman, and she always used to tell her about providence and divine spirituality, that the things will happen the way they are meant to be. Like she always tried to have something optimistic in Sophie's life. But Sophie, apart from having this wonderful talent for baking, didn't used to find anything positive in her life, and she was a very major pessimist. And while keeping that thing in her mind, she started making unfortunate cookies, because they were made with bitter chocolate or dark chocolate, and they used to have very negative thoughts when you open them up. Like one of them would say, don't worry, rainy days are coming. Or it might say that, oh, your car is working fine now, but later it's gonna be a reason for your frustration and an unexpected delay. Or my most favorite, it would say, oh, you think you have fallen in love? Caution, when people fall in love, something breaks. So she was a bit of a realist, I would say, but mostly people, when they are realist, it kind of leads them towards pessimism. So she also meets a wonderful guy whose name was Garrett, who kind of leaves her right before their wedding. And then she was like, yeah, totally, I am, misfortunate, and that's what happens with me, so why would I even expecting that this guy would marry me? And later what happens, that after a year, Garrett comes back and asks her that, I want to tell you why I left you. And she's like, no guy, you cannot come here waltzing around and then like tell me that what happened, so I don't want to listen. But he says like, please, it is very important and it'll make sense to you. And she said, okay, I will write out like a news ad or something which would say 100 non-fleeting happiness is required. If I found 100 responses from people who would tell me about happiness which lasts, then I would listen to you. And she was quite sure that like lasting happiness is not a thing, and she will win. But actually, to her dismay, they do receive like uh, like a lot of answers, and most of them were actually happy endings, and 100 of them were there. And then she got to listen to what Garrett had to say. Okay, so now there is the story of Audrey, and then there's the story of Sophie. And now I will tell you the best things I liked about these stories. I'm not gonna tell you the ending, what happened, because those books are, although they have very unnecessary twists in them, but those twists were which those twists were something like what they made those stories interesting. Otherwise, those both of these stories didn't have anything interesting apart from having those quirky names for the recipes, or those witty misfortune cookies. So the good thing I liked about Audrey's story, or to Lahore with Love, is that they have like shown Lahore in a very spiritual and beautiful way, especially Data Sahab. And there's a story about a jinn in there, and that is very interesting and very, very, I won't say horrifying, but yeah, if it happens with someone, they would find it horrifying. And then with the Sophie story, nothing as such happens. But when you find out why Garrett left, actually you would feel that that was a very stupid reason. And it's even stupider when he came back and told her why he wants to resume the relationship with her. And if you guys want to know what happened in both of these girls' life, let me know, then I will let you know. Okay, thank you. Have a great day. Bye.